Hey, I'm Jake. I'm a business and mindset coach, and today we're going to give some advice and coaching to the Roy family from the TV series Succession. Now, obviously, this is going to be quite spoiler heavy, but you've had 2 years to see it. So, we're going to start with season 1, episode 1, and we're going to work through a couple of scenes, and I'll give some shout outs. Let's jump into it.
Frank, how can we salvage this?
You still want to pursue this?
Yeah, of course I want to pursue. I want to announce. This is part of the whole thing. This is the secret sauce. Do we need to sweeten the offer?
You want to bump the offer another point? Do you want to call your dad?
Do I want to call my dad? No, I don't want to call my dad. Do you want to call your dad?
So, this is a great one, right? Like, straight away, we can see here he's hit his sore point. Okay, he thinks he's lost a massive deal, and it's a big deal, right? But there's a time and a place to go on the attack. Straight up deflection, not going to help anything. So that's a sensitive point we've hit there about the dad thing. I think the right thing to do there is when he says, do you want to call your dad? The answer is no. And we just sit with that. Far more useful and beneficial. Shame and, I suppose shame and judgment, like straight away this, do you want to call your dad? I think it's a really good point to look at to tell us what we really care about. These things, when they boil to the surface, it's very obvious. Good point of reflection for ourselves. So, that really made me react there. What's that all about? Right, there's something in that. That's something I need to do a bit of work with. Okay, so a bit of backstory set up on this one. Roman, Kendall's younger brother, has come busting into the room. Obviously, that's not going to be a good scenario for anyone, but they're sitting with some senior advisors. That's all going on. Talking about the deal. So he's going to come in and have a bit of a chat to Kendall about what's going on with the deal. Again, the very obvious thing here is don't have this conversation in front of everyone because you know it's likely to be explosive. But let's see how it plays out for him.
Good times.
So, what's the bid?
What's the bid?
What? That's commercially sensitive? I'm still on the board, man.
Going 125.
125?
What? What? High or low? What, are you laughing? What? High or low?
No, for Volta, right?
Yeah.
You had a bit of content and a brand name.
Bit of content and a brand name's kind of the whole game, isn't it? Oh, what are we laughing at?
So again, that exact scenario. What are you laughing at? That's not a dynamic you want on your shop floor, so to speak. More the point though here with Kendall. You're delivering 125. If you choose to answer that question, which I'd advise you don't, but if you choose to answer that question, it's straight up 125. Sit with it. So that's something that we'll really see with Kendall ongoing, is that he's not good with just holding space, particularly when it comes to family. And as you'll see as it comes to light, there's pretty good reasons for that. He's got some pretty deep psychological damage going on here, obviously, but would be a really good thing for him to practice on and just sit with, delivering the message that you have and having the confidence in yourself to just leave the space for people to respond beyond that. Okay, so a little setup on this one. We're now at the family dinner party. Logan's having his 80th and the family's all together and they're talking about some contractual stuff, and he's about to just sort of drop a bomb in here on Kendall. Look at some of the dynamics and how that plays out.
So, by 4, good? Oh, also, I already mentioned to Kendall, despite the chatter and all things considered, I'm going to give it a couple of years.
As in?
I'll stay in situ as chairman, CEO, head of the firm.
Okay, so obviously he hasn't mentioned this to Kendall. So one, we've got there, consistency of messaging. As you're going to see as the series plays out with Logan, he does a lot of this, bit of gaslighting, bit of back and forth. In terms of the family dynamic though, obviously this has been a plan for a long time and we've been building up for this, and Kendall plans to be taken over as CEO and people are already talking about it. That's not the kind of thing you want to have sprung on you. Even more so though, as we'll see with Logan, he's quite cruel to him, and he'll throw things in and say, I've already discussed this with him, when he quite clearly hasn't. So if we take one thing out of that, deliver bad news in private, really important. And then 2, just the big one, is consistency of messaging. So stick on the same message. It's easy for people to comprehend, and it's easy to continue down a line when you know what to expect. You throw a spanner in the works like this, it starts to make people really uncertain. And as we'll kind of see here with Kendall, obviously that won't sit well with him and puts him into a bit of a spiral.
Dad, what?
I just said, son, we're not listening as usual.
And there we go again with just that lovely parenting there. But yeah, you can sort of see why some of these family issues develop with Kendall as we go along. All right, and now we're jumping across to the game. As all insanely rich people obviously do. You have your own private baseball field and villa, which you go and play softball at each year for your birthday. Prior warning, I absolutely hate this scene because it's horrible. So Kendall's had to jump out for a business meeting, and we've got Roman has tagged in one of their employees' sons to play softball with them, and obviously Roman's quite competitive and he wants to win, and he's about to do something horrible. So let's see how that plays out.
Hi. You're gonna be fine. Relax. Don't worry about it. Can you hit a ball?
Yeah.
Great, because I will give you $1 million if you hit a home run. I'm dead serious, okay?
For real?
Yes, for real. $1 million. Honey, where's the your bag?
Hey, I'll do it for $1 million. Give me that. Just kidding, you're good.
All right.
Okay, so first point here, we cut to Logan very briefly and a shot of surprise. This is the time to shut it down. So obviously what's going to happen here isn't going to be good for anyone, but this is the time to shut it down. Really simple concept. If you permit it, you promote it. Now he's reacted. All these things, if you're a leader in this situation, just says no. We stop this. Roman, cool, we'll talk about this after, but this isn't happening. But it goes on, obviously.
I don't know why you're smiling. I am dead serious. I will give you $1 million cash for a home run.
Rome, don't be an asshole.
Not being an asshole. I want him incentivized. This is fun. It's a game. Jeez, stop being so serious. Huh? Witnesses? Good luck. I believe in you. All right, let's do this. $1 million. Okay, come on. Whoa! That's it. Run, kid! That's a hit. That's a damn hit.
Run, Shib! I'm here, Shib! Come on,
Tom.
me!
No, he's definitely not going to make it.
Come on, run faster! No!
Bad luck, kid.
Oh! Oh no! You were so damn close. That was so close. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't give it to you. That would have counted, by the way. That was almost a home run if you went all the way around. But it was a really good effort. Really. Quite tremendous. So take this back to your life. It's $250,000. Enjoy.
Son,
Damn.
magnificent effort.
Thank you.
Magnificent.
Okay, so there's a slight redeeming moment there. Not ideal, though. The whole point in this was, like, A, shut it down before it happens, because knowing your son, you know how that's going to play out. B, though, and a broader thought here, there's this concept of the way you treat anyone is the way you treat everyone. So everyone's seeing this, like I was saying before, but about the permission piece, Logan has permitted that to happen, so in a sense he promotes that as an acceptable behaviour. Now, he wouldn't specifically endorse it, but he hasn't stopped it. By behaving this way, we're saying that this is okay behaviour for the family. Now, I'm sure this extends on to anyone that works for them, wait staff, people that they interact with, their porters, whatever it be. That's an insanely demotivating thing for people around the family. And it's just one action in this instance, and it's obviously a huge and horrible one, but there's lots of other little instances of this, and they're the kind of things that you don't want to be displaying, because that really does say to everyone else that you are an object, and you are, if you're not in the family, you are nothing. quite horrible. Okay, so a little setup on this one. As always, Logan is trying to control people and get the outcome he wants. So we're talking about a contract that he's trying to get the family to sign, basically to change the nature of the family trust. Not everyone's happy about it. Now, key theme here, Logan trying to control everything. You can see why he would. He's an incredibly powerful man. He's used to getting what he wants across a long period of time. Just keeping in mind though, how does that play out on the family? Really big theme there. What does he value? How does that play? How does that play long term for him? So let's have a look.
Our position is this doesn't quite work for us at present.
You what?
It's not sufficiently attractive as a proposition.
Are you fucking joking?
We get that. We do. And we would love to help.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would love to help.
Then help.
But I mean, why would I? When I'm giving away power, why would I do that?
So Kelly,
Who's Kelly?
Kelly must have some figures. You should see that, everybody...
Dad?
Yeah, he...
Dad, it's just the first
We
position.
can get
Dad.
a grasp of what...
Dad! Dad!
Okay, so classic play there. You can use this move maybe once, maybe twice. You don't get what you want, so you have a brain hemorrhage. The more serious point about this, obviously joking, the more serious point about this is the kind of weight and expectation that Logan places on himself and all of his interactions, that he is at such a level of control that he can, again, manipulate people to his will. And people are pawns and playthings. And obviously there's consequences for that. Now, causality, high stress, all these things come into it, but this is what you're building yourself up for. It's a really key thought. Like, in the end, what are you doing this for? Is it like you're saving up to have a nice funeral? Thanks for joining me today. I'm Jake from Upper Limit Business and Mindset Coaching, and this has been Business Coach Reviews. If you saw something today, a concept or an idea that you'd like to discuss further, or you'd like to talk about how we could work together, please feel free to get in touch on the email contacts below. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Onwards and upwards.